Okay, this is Eviternity with Wrath of Cronos, and we finally made it to map 30, Eternity. Now, the bad news is, my suspicions were confirmed. We did in fact get pistol started, and in case you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that, well, at least in the Wrath of Cronos sense, what that means is all of our experience has been stripped from us. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see that we are now level 1 with no XP and all of our skills are gone. Which is a little disappointing, admittedly, but I've been doing some testing, and I still think that we can actually beat this level properly. So, but before we do that, let me just show you what happens here in the first place. So, you start here in this very golden, strange location. Seems very holy. They give us all these weapons, except for the Wraith Verge, as you might notice. We have everything but that. There's some goodies we can get around the circle here, but of course there's that mysterious block in the center of the level. Let's just go ahead and, let me just go ahead and interact with that block and show you what happens here. Alright, so all the walls are coming up. Then suddenly the room changes. And then we are face to face with this guy. This is the final boss. He is an archangel. He has a fireball attack, multiple fireball attacks. He can also do the arch vial attack. If he'll do it for me. He really doesn't want to do it, of course. The moment I want, there we go. So yeah, he can do all of that, of course. But not only all that, while we're dealing with him, and all this madness, of course. Watch, as the walls are descending now. And what's behind those walls? Well, there are 666 monsters in this map, and they're all behind that wall. Hundreds and 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 hundreds. That sort of madness happens. But thankfully, again, okay, so I have a plan here. We can beat this. I promise you we can beat this. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go back to the build we were going for. Maybe we'll get to the Summon Legend, but I think we're mostly gonna be relying on the Wraiths. But, alright, so we're gonna grab all of these supplies. We're not gonna grab that armor yet. We're actually gonna stick around the circle here and gather as much as humanly possible. Just, especially the armor, and especially the urns. The urns are gonna be very important. Extremely important, in fact. A little extra armor doesn't hurt, of course. Okay. Yep, okay, here we go. Put on those pants while we're at it. Now, you'll notice that he is guarding the Wraith Verge. Now, I think our plan is going to be to grab that Wraith Verge as soon as possible once it's lowered. In the meantime, we're going to be avoiding him as much as we can. Alright. You'll also notice there is a giant pile of combined mana over there, which is going to be very valuable as we go through this fight. But again, for now, we're just avoiding him as much as possible. Oof, okay. Alright, the walls are lowering. Here we go. Now, one thing I have learned through this whole process is any demon death apparently gives you experience, even if it's caused by infighting, which it absolutely will be during this whole process. Alright, here we go. Let me get my hands on the Mystic Urn button. Alright, there we go. That's good, that's good, that's good. This is good, this is good. They're fighting each other quite a bit now. Alright, good, 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 good. Now we're going to circle around the outer rim here. Grabbing as many Mystic Urns as possible. You can see we're already rapidly leveling up. Tremendously. Let me go ahead and scoop up some of this stuff. Okay. We're doing pretty well so far. Let's see if I can grab that pile of... Where is that pile? Oh, it's over here next to him, of course. Of course it is. Thankfully, there don't seem to be any arch-vials in the midst of all of this, which makes me very happy. Look at that. Most of them are already dead, which is actually pretty impressive. Except for the most beefiest of things, and the strongest things. Now, if we can find ourselves a little moment here, look at that. Now we're level 26, for God's sakes. If I can find a little spot, I'm going to try to level up a little bit. Try being the operative word. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, that's good. That's good. There we go. We've unleashed our army. Oh, look at that. They're kicking his ass. That's really what my plan was. What we were kind of building up to all along. And actually, I don't know if you noticed, we were already level 27, just by all the sheer amount of enemies in this level. But we got to do what I was planning to do all along. I wanted to kill the final boss with a massive swarm of ghosts. And he kept saying that I was a foolish mortal, and that I will burn. But really, it was I who was the holiest of them all, with the command over the dead. I don't know if that's actually a holy thing or not. Also, I just want to say, I actually did try to play this level. I actually found a way to cheat and like bring over my level. I think he was 29 at that point in the previous level. I brought him over to this level, and I was just with the sheer power that I had at that point and all the like stat points I spent. I was able to kill him just instantaneously, basically. So it actually is kind of nice that they reduce our level for that fight. I mean, it actually seems kind of fair, because it's quite challenging to navigate all of that shit, as you might imagine. Like, you really have to be careful. Maybe other classes would have a better time, I don't really know, but man, it's quite challenging for sure. But there we go. We beat Eviternity, and let's see what our ending screen says. Man. Oof. Undone by his conceit, retribution came swift and absolute. The light was extinguished, and his pride vanquished to the abominable void. Amid the smoking ruins of his vanity, the agent of retribution stood unbowed and unyielding. Towards the churning horizon its gaze fell, and onward it marched, forever vigilant on its eternal pilgrimage. Quite nice there. So yes, the Nightmare Demon is one of the newest enemies added to the game. Kind of the signature enemy. It's kind of in the intro, like, title screen. So yes, that's what he's called. He's called a Nightmare Demon. And he really is a pain in the ass. He tracks you very well. Of course, there's also the former captain. The Astral Cacodemon. Also pretty annoying. The Annihilator. Yep. And then Archangelus, the Light Eternal. I wonder what game this is from. It looks like it was like a screenshot of something that was added to the game. If anybody knows what sprite this is from, or what game this sprite is from, if I can speak properly, please let me know in the comments. I'd actually appreciate that. I'm very curious. It's a hell of a death sound. And then it's just going to cycle us through all the usual Doom enemies. But man, this is an amazing megawad. Absolutely wonderful work all around. There's some stunningly beautiful levels in this. This may even have won the CAC award if I remember. Again, this is from 2018, so I'm a little late playing it, admittedly, I know. But man, yeah, I think it won the award that year, if I'm not mistaken. But it is quite a piece of work. And whether you play it with mods or not, I definitely recommend it. I mean, well, you've seen all of it now, and man, it was a lot of fun playing through Wrath of Cronos again, just like revisit one of my all-time favorite mods. I mean, I said at one point that I wasn't going to play this again, but I wanted to at least just give it kind of a final visit. Although I hear there may be another class in the works. I don't know for sure, but I've heard some rumors. And if that happens, maybe I'll bring it back out for something at some point, maybe. We'll see. Well, anyway, thank you for watching all of this, but of course, we're not entirely done. There are still secret levels to explore, so I'll be showing all that off next time, in the next episode, in fact, the next video, I should say. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, I guess I'll just see you in that video then. Alright, later.